these are called, they're succulents, and they're called hens and chicks. And Dad and I were invited to a birthday party for Katie Dow that Aunt Phyllis was having for Katie for one of her birthdays about, I think, maybe 5 years ago. And at the party, another cousin of Katie's, that's Kim Kurek, she brought a pot of the succulents, the hens and chicks they're called, as a gift for her cousin Katie. And they had come from, originally, from, I call him Pa Eichenlaub. That was my father's father, Joseph Henry, okay, my grandfather, Joseph Henry. He had the homestead, the farm, that I believe he got from his dad. Anyway, so the story was that these had been originally on the homestead. I didn't actually remember them. I remember picking lilies of the valley and lilacs there. But Kim was saying that these came from that property, which is on Central Avenue near Cheltenham in Toledo. And now there's a road running, a neighborhood road running right down where the building used to be, the farm. Anyway, Kim is the granddaughter of an elder brother of my dad. Fred Eichenlaub was my dad's, one of his older brothers, Fred. And Kim said that Fred had brought those from the homestead when the property was sold. He took them to his house. I remember his house. And Kimberly is his granddaughter. And the story there is, by the way, Fred was the father of Freddie Jr., my cousin, and Patsy, my cousin, brother and sister. Well, then there was a third one, and that's Raymond. Okay. So of the children in the Eichenlaub family, the first person married was my Uncle Fred, and he had 3 children. And so they're the firstborn of all the cousins, and that was Raymond, Fred Jr., and Patsy. Okay. And then I'm the next cousin born, but I'm born of the 10th child of the family, of my dad. My dad was the baby of the family. So there's a big span in the birthing. Yeah, so Fred had the 3 children, and then there are other stories with the different brothers and sisters. But then the next cousin born was Iwas. And then after that was Tom, that's Uncle Frank's son, and Katie. So they're after me. Okay, so this was Katie's birthday that Aunt Phyllis was having. And here comes Kimberly. And Kimberly is the grandchild of my Uncle Fred, grandchild. But she was raised by her grandfather because their daughter, Uncle Fred's daughter, Patsy, her husband left her actually, so they're divorced. And so Kim was raised by her grandfather. She always referred to him as Papa, I think. Anyway, that's some of the family stuff. So here's Kim bringing this for her cousin Katie and saying that they came from her yard, and she had gotten them from her grandfather, but she called him Papa, from his yard, that he had gotten them from Joseph Henry Eichenlaub. So these are, you know, the baby plants that come originally from that homestead, which I remember very well.
Like what years were that?
Of what?
Of that event.
Of which event?
When those were given.
When they had,
originally.
well, it would be when the farm was sold. So that goes back to 1950 something.
Okay.
That the farm was sold and torn down. The building was torn down.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember Pa died in 50, and Leo and Barbara still lived there, and then Leo died, and then, I don't know, sometime in the early 50s.
So these go back some 70 years.
Yeah, so this is the progeny, you know, yeah. So now, Stephanie's kids have some, and I think Melanie and Rachel, they have some, and these are still left. It's just kind of fun.
Mm-hmm. They're pretty hardy, they last through the winter.
I had them, the first 2 years I had them at the kitchen sink, because I didn't want to lose them, and I didn't know, although if they had come from the homestead, they were outside, I knew that, but so I didn't want to risk it. And they did so well on the kitchen windowsill. But then I gave them away then. I got brave, and I put some outside and gave some away, and I think they've overwintered two winters.
So there you have it, little Eichenlaub Warwick history.
Just Eichenlaub.
Just Eichenlaub.
Eichenlaub history. Yep.